welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm doing my own bookish hot takes. I've seen Jessie the Reader do this a couple of times, and this is where I got my video idea, and I decided that I want to share some of my bookish hot takes because I'm sure some of you don't agree with them, and I'm sure some of you agree with some of them. Maybe one out of my, I think 12. I don't know how many I have, but it's a couple. Just a disclaimer, these are my personal opinions, so please don't get too heated about them. Like, I'm not saying the book is like trash or the characters are trash or like anything's trash. Like, I'm just saying I personally didn't like something about the book or the characters, and just that doesn't mean they're bad overall. That just means I personally didn't like them. So that's my disclaimer for this video. Please no hate in the comments, because like I understand that some people may feel different about some things, and that's fine. We all can have our own different opinions. Now that I got that out of the way, let's start with our first hot take. I don't have a book for this one because I read it using the library, but I think Alina and the Darkling's relationship was a little bit more interesting than her and Mal. And I know a lot of people agree with me because I also read a lot about like people did not like the character Mal at all. Like, I didn't think he was that bad, but I definitely did not see any romance between the two. So yeah, I definitely thought Alina and the Darkling were way better together, even though he was very toxic in the third book, but they had a lot of romance, which I liked a lot more. Hot take number 2. I liked Mare and Maven a lot more than Mare and Cal. I liked Maven's character a little bit more. It's not that I didn't like Cal, I just liked what Mare and Maven had. Also, another hot take from this book, I hated the character Cameron. I don't think she came in until the third or fourth book, but I hated the character, I didn't like her, and I hated reading about her and her point of view, and I didn't like that character at all. Least favorite character out of the entire series. So that was hot take number 3 as well. So that's my tea about that. Hot take number 4. I loved the characters in the Unbecoming of Mara Dyer series, but when it switched over to the Noah Shaw series, I didn't like the characters at all. The Noah Shaw series is obviously in like Noah's point of view, and it's totally different. I didn't like any of their characters, like any of them. Like, I didn't like Noah's character. I hated Mara. Oh my god, his point of view made her look awful, and I hated it. The 3 books in the Mara Dyer series, amazing. Loved them. Finished them quickly. Noah Shaw series, not so much. They went downhill after this last book. Okay, I think this is hot take number 5. Just a disclaimer, I've not finished the Harry Potter series, but I watched all the movies and I have read the first 3 books, and you guys, I like the idea of Hermione and Fred a lot better than Hermione and Ron. I'm just saying, I'm not the biggest fan of Ron's character. Like, he's just not that interesting to me. I mean, he has some good qualities for a best friend. He's just not my favorite. I think a relationship between Hermione and Fred would have been way more interesting. She also wasn't even supposed to end up with Ron. Like, J.K. Rowling, I don't know how you guys say it, so she was supposed to end up with either Fred or Draco. What happened? Like, I would have rather wanted both of those way more than her and Ron. Hot take number 6. I've had this hot take for years. Years, you guys, years. I hated the character Cinder. She was my least favorite character. I hated her. I hated reading from her point of view. Like, first book wasn't that bad, although I did hate the first book. I was not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of it. She was my least favorite character. I like all of the other characters a lot more. I think Kai was also one of my least favorite characters, so like the first book, the rest of the books, way better. But Cinder didn't do it for me. I liked the rest of the series, hated this book and this character. Alright, hot take number 6. And I know a lot of people feel the same way about me on this, so I'm not scared to say this one. I hated Taryn's character from book 1, okay? Book 2 and 3, she was the shittiest sister in the world. But from book 1, I didn't like her. She wasn't as like conniving, she wasn't as rude in book 1 as book 2 and 3. But I still hated her character. She was a shitty sister. Worst sister in the world. Holly Black tried to give her redemption at the end of book 3. It didn't work. I still didn't like her character. Hot take number 7. I personally loved Luz and Ree's characters and their relationship. I didn't think it was toxic at all. Like, it was rough at the beginning a little bit because they didn't know each other, but like once they got to know each other, sweetest couple ever. Reed was the best husband he could have been. Lou was lying for a long time, but like after that, it was good. Yeah, I definitely did not think that their relationship was toxic at all. Like a lot of people think. So I just want to get that out there. I loved their relationship. Hot take number 8 is gonna make a lot of people mad, which I understand, okay? So please don't go too hard at me in the comments, please. Pharaoh is my least favorite main character that Sarah J. Maas has written. And by main character, I mean like out of Elaine, Bryce, and Feyre. I didn't like Feyre. But like, okay. Her character was decent. Okay, I liked her little story, but like Elaine and Bryce, so much better. I feel like Feyre's character got played around with a lot. Like at the beginning, she was seen as like this super strong, bold woman. And like throughout the series, she kind of like sunk down into like this girl almost. Like I know she was only like, I think she was only what, 16, 17? She was young. No, that's her sister. No, I think, yeah, no. Pharaoh is 20, no. Pharaoh is 19. I was gonna say 22 because I think that's how old Nesta is. Pharaoh is 22 and she got shrunken down into like a little girl in the second and third book until it came to the fighting scenes, but like between that, they pretty much like only had her in cute little dresses. They had her be a little lady, not a little old lady, but like they had her be a lady and just like her character just got thrown everywhere and I was mad about it. Don't get me wrong, I loved this book series. Loved it. I'm excited for the next one to come out. It's already pre-ordered. It has been since it came out. But I won't be disappointed that the next book is in Cassian and Nesta's point of view. Alright, hot take number 9 is not surprising. None of John Green's books are interesting to me. I don't like contemporary books, so this shouldn't come as a surprise to you guys because they just don't seem interesting to me. I refuse to watch The Fault in Our Stars. I refuse to watch like any of the like Paper Towns or like I don't even remember the other ones that he's done because I've just avoided his books so much. Like they're just not something I'm interested in. I'm not saying that they're bad, okay? Like I know a lot of people love his work and that's okay because that is what they like to read. But personally, none of those books are interesting to me. Alright, anyway, for the next hot take. So this is a series that I used to talk about on my channel all the time. It's one of my favorite all-time series. You guys should read it more. It's Alice in Zombieland, and the only thing I didn't like about the series is I loved the character Kat, which is Allie's best friend, but she did not deserve Frosty, okay? They went through this entire on and off relationship through this entire like 5-book series. It's technically 4 books, and then there was a novella in Kat's point of view. And she didn't deserve him. He did so much for her and then she just called it quits all the time. Like, I loved her character. She was a great best friend. Frosty deserved way better. Okay, the next hot take is gonna be a little controversial. Personally, Peeta was my least favorite character. There were so many good characters in this book. Obviously, Katniss was one of them. I don't think Gale was one of them. Gale was an character. Finnick was another amazing character. And then they had Joanna, another amazing character. And it's just like, Peeta got hyped up way too much. I feel like Peeta nor Gale deserved Katniss. She was way too good for both of them. I used to like go for Gale. I was like, I think Gale and Katniss would be cute. That's because I think I just didn't like Peeta that much. And then I realized how much Gale was a boring character. And so just like, I don't know. Peeta just isn't I just don't like Peeta. Like he just wasn't interesting to me. I know a lot of you guys are going crazy, but like, I just didn't like Peeta. The last hot take of this video is going to drive everyone crazy because there are so many people that love this series or duology, but I don't. I didn't like Six of Crows. I love Leigh Bardugo's work. I love Ninth House. I love the other series that I was already talking about with Alina, Mal, and the Darkling. I wasn't a big fan of this series. Like, the book is cool, the books are cool, they look amazing, they have decent characters. The plot was to me. Like, yes, they're supposed to go on this amazing heist, and yes, I think they pulled it off. I don't remember, I read this 2 years ago, but like, since I can't remember, I don't even remember what happened. It's like, I wasn't a big fan of this book or this book series. I feel like it got hyped up way too much. And it's like, I know so many people like this, but like, I didn't. Alright, you guys, that's it for all of my hot takes. Comment down below if you have any hot takes, and maybe I'll respond to them, maybe I won't, because like, I don't want you guys to judge me for my hot takes. I don't want to judge you guys for your hot takes. Like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. I will see you next time, guys. Bye!